friend. It's so good to see you again. There's no one like you. You can do anything you put your mind to. Just the thing you thought you should know. Are you ready? 'Cause here we go. Wonder Friends, Wonder Friends, Wonder Friends. It's time for Wonder Friends Show. Yeah, all right.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Wonder Friends. It is Friday. Woo! Not that that means that anything will be different, but it's Friday, and that's kind of cool. So, guys, as we start coming in, make sure we all put our names in here so we can say hi to everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. So today, the one thing that you will need that is different from our usual art surprise is like a potato. I know it sounds weird, but it could work. A potato, and if you happen to have it, like an empty toilet paper roll. If not, don't worry. I'll show you a way that we can make something if we don't have that. So no big deal. Like a potato, or an orange, or an apple. Like one of these things. Totally helps. Potato, orange, apple, whatever it is that you want. We can use those, and we're going to experiment with some things today about how we're feeling overall, right? Like all those feelings. We've been talking about all the feelings this week, and we're going to talk about them all kind of together. First thing I want to do is get everybody aware and get everybody mindful. So just sit up big and tall, take a big breath. You could say this out loud or to yourself. I am smart. I do matter. I am me, and I am super fantastic. We say all those things just to remind ourselves how cool we are, because there are times where we can feel down, right? And we need those little pick-me-ups to remind ourselves that you are pretty awesome. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. And if you forget it, don't forget it. You're awesome. So, guys, as we do that, and then also I want to remind everybody about our big giveaway that we have going on. Make sure that you are checking in the description of this show. There is a link. The link is also on the screen to enter in. It's going to run until the 16th. Macmillan is giving away 15 copies of It's Okay to Be a Unicorn. All you got to do is go to that link there and fill out all the stuff on the screen, and they're going to take care of all that for you. The other part is I need your help in sharing this page. As you guys show up, make sure that when this show's over, that you're sharing it with the people around you. Put it in your PTO groups, put it in your parent groups, text your friends, text your neighbors. Yell it from the rooftops that Wonder Friends is a fun thing to do each day, and there's a lot of fun to be had, and we're exploring all kinds of things. So do me a favor, share. I really need your help in getting this out there. I would love to connect as many kids as possible to this show. And just a quick reminder, guys, my name is Jason Tharp. I am the Chief Creative Dreamer at Wonderville Studios. Kids, that basically means I get to make up stuff and people pay me for it. Are you kidding me? That is right. That is my job. It is the coolest thing. I wanted to do that since I was a kid. I dreamed about creating stories, and now I get to do that in my full-time job, and that is the coolest stuff to me. So I want to jump right in to what we're going to talk about today, but first I want to say hi to some friends that are out there. So we have, let's see, Emily is in the house. It is Friday. All right. And we have Libby. We have all the K kids are in the house. Keegan, Kellen, and Kelton. How's it going, guys? Sylvia and Vivi. Hey, how's it going, guys? And Yoshiko, I hope I say that right. How are you doing today? And Sarah, you've been having watch parties. Thank you so much. It is one thing that I have been learning through this process, as I've been talking about with the kids about creating these title pages, creating the show, is also learning how to get it out there. And the best way that I know to do that is to add value to your day, add value to your kids' lives. And if that's something you see, just share it. That's all I'm asking for. And that's really cool. Macy, what's happening? And Mason is in the house. Marley, what's going on? It's so good to see you guys. I love seeing all the stuff that you guys are making. It is really, really cool. And today will be no exception. We're going to make something really fun. But I want to talk to you about an important word. We've been talking about all week are feelings, right? Now, there is a big word, right? This seems like a big word, awareness, okay? And what awareness means is this. You are aware, or you realize, or that you see, or that you know, or that you feel that something is happening, okay? That's what awareness is. And I wonder when we're aware of things, right? When we're talking about our feelings, what that could mean. Do you guys have any ideas of what that could mean if we're aware of our feelings? I bet that you do. I have no doubt. But what I'm meaning is that throughout your day or week or month, there are all kinds. You see all these feelings that we have on the screen that we have all the time. What do you think? Maybe you can talk about this with your friends or talk with this with your parents. What do you think is important about being aware or knowing or realizing or having the awareness of your feelings? Why is that important? What would you think? Would it be important that maybe if you're feeling really mad about something, is it good to stay mad for a long time and break stuff and yell at things and all of those stuff like that? Or if you're aware that you're really mad, does it feel better when you can sit down with somebody and tell them, like, hey, you know what, I'm pretty mad right now and this is why, right? Because what awareness does for us is if we are aware of a feeling that we're having and we don't like that feeling, then we can be aware of and change, right? We can change the way that we're feeling, right? If you're feeling really sad and you're aware of it, you can take an action. You can do something to change that. Maybe it's coming to this show. Maybe it's drawing a picture. Maybe it's doing push-ups. Maybe it's making jokes. I don't know what it is that makes you really happy, but if you're really, really sad and you're aware of it, you can do an action to change that sad to a happy. That's what I mean by awareness. So this is why this word is really, really important. It's a word that we're going to talk about a lot on Wonder Friends, but it is knowing something is happening, right? We know that something is happening and we are aware of it, and that's what that means. So we have some more friends that have popped up. So do onions work today? Onions will work today. Just make sure you wash your hands after because they get kind of stinky if you're holding onions. And Holly, what's going on? We got Sammy's in the house and Becky's in the house. What's going on, guys? Good to see you guys. So I'm going to switch it up over here. We're going to go back over to the other camera and get ready to make this project. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so what we got here is our warm-up doodle. We know we got to do this. We got to get ready. We got to stretch. We got to bend. We got to get our hands flexible. So shake them out. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. Ooh, whatever you got to do. Do some push-ups. Do some stretches. Oh, all right. Are you guys ready? All right, here we go. Now, remember, what we are doing is we are making anything. If you're new to this show and this is your first time watching Wonder Friends, what we always start out with is a creative doodle. And there are no rules to this, and you are just going to make a shape just like that, and it doesn't matter what it is. What we're doing in this situation is we're learning how to get our mind ready to create. And I spin mine. You guys don't have to spin yours, and wherever it lands, that's where I want it to be. And so when I look at this, what do you guys see? Do you see anything? I could see some things. I wonder what you see on yours. Do you guys see something already in yours? And if you do, you don't have to wait for me. You can go ahead and start drawing, and we're just kind of doing this together. There's no rules to this, and we're just going to make something together. And I think that I can see in this one, okay, I see it now. Check this out. All right, and as you do yours, you can look up and see mine, and I can see yours. If you guys want to post that in there onto the comments for me, that would be cool, right? And let's see, I'm going to put that swirly thing there, and I'm going to put a thing right here. Can you guys start to see what I'm making yet? And another one right there, and I can do a little thing like this, and check this, I can do a couple little teeth there. And I'm going to put some little dots on it. Now, I don't know if you could see this or not, but what I think I'm making is like a little snail guy. Can you see it? And if I add a little like grass kind of things around it, and maybe if I put like a little slime on the ground, like a snail slime, that helps it look more like a shell, right? Or like a snail. So there's my snail shell. So like I think that it looks fine. He's not so happy, but remember I had this loop here, right? And we see things for what they can be, not for what they are. We don't have to remake stuff inside this. We can just turn what we have into something kind of cool. That's exactly what we did here. So now that we are set and your creative mind is ready to go, give yourself that pat on the back that you did something creative and that was cool. I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to get my potato, okay? Now again, if you have an apple, an orange, an onion, or a sweet potato, or anything like that, what we're looking for is something that's not going to like bruise really easy or gonna rot real quick or anything like that. It's gonna be able to like, we can do like some toothpicks and be able to stick things in it and stuff like that. That's what we're going for. And I happen to have a toilet paper holder as well. So now remember, when we are talking about our feelings, okay, we have our face, our body, and our mind, all right? And what I really want to focus on today is this one right here, is our mind. We are talking about awareness today, and our awareness thing is that understanding what we're thinking, right? Because we talk about our cup word, right? The K-U-P, the kind of cup you think with, not the kind that you drink with. We're talking really about your brain here, right? So it's about being kind to yourself, right? So being kind to yourself doesn't mean that you're always saying, like, you're the greatest, you're the best, you're the all that. Now those are important, but it's also being aware of what you're feeling. That's a really great way to be kind to yourself, is understanding your feelings. So what we're really focusing on in this one is our mind, and we're going to make a visual. What I mean by visual is something that you can see, a reminder that we can see. That's what I mean by visual, that we can make each day, that we'll be able to tell and maybe let the other people around us know how we're feeling. So this is what we're going to do today, and we're going to use, I'm just going to use my potato here, but you can feel free to use whatever. And if I go too fast on this, guys, you can always kind of come back to it. This is probably one that after we're done with the show that you're going to need to keep working on a little bit anyway, so it's okay. I'm just going to take my scissors, and I'm going to just cut a little chunk of this off. Because what I'm looking for here is a little stand to put my potato on, all right? I might need to cut a little bit more off of it, but let's see. Let's do this right here. Boy, that's a lot harder than I thought it would be. Check it out. Boom, right there. See it? All right. So what we're gonna do, and here's the trick too that you can do, just so you guys know. Let's say I don't have a potato, right? Not a problem. Or not potato, say you don't have a toilet paper holder. Not a problem. Here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to take a pencil and use a ruler. And just put your ruler on there anywhere and just make yourself a line right through there. And we are going to just cut out that line. And then you're just going to roll this, right? Now here's the kind of cool part about paper is when it is flat, it can be kind of weak, right? But here's a little science, and I'm not very good at science, so I bet there are some really smart guys out there right now that are watching this that you guys know this better than I do. But I do know that paper, when it's flat, isn't very strong. But if you make it into a ring like this and put it down, all of a sudden it becomes very strong. So we can totally do that as well, just like this, okay? So what we're going to do, now that we have, I'm going to stick with this, or if you have a toilet paper roll, or if you have paper roll, it doesn't really matter. You're going to just use those things. And we're just going to use this to kind of put some words on it. Say, I'm just going to write the word feeling on here. F-E-E-L-I-N-G. You can write like today I'm feeling or whatever, but I'm just going to put the word feeling on there, okay? And you're going to have that set there, and then ta-da, right? It's going to be right there, okay? So we're just going to have this, and this is, what word have we been talking about today? Awareness, right? These are reminders. These are things that we can look at that remind us to be aware of what we're feeling. So just putting this word down there is an easy way for us to raise our awareness, to be aware that something is happening for us, right? So now I got my potato. All I need is some paper. You want to use some colored paper, you want to use some white paper, I don't care. It's you, it's your call, whatever you want to do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scribble out some just random colors here, just to have some different stuff as options for me, right? That turned out kind of weird, putting those colors on top of each other. I didn't really like that, but that's all right. So, and then I'm going to just make a couple of these just to have some options. There's no real reason here that we're doing this today, that we have to think too much about what we're making these colors for. Even highlighters are fun colors to use, right? Okay, so I got a couple of those. Here's what we're going to need to do. We need some eyeballs, right? We need some eyeballs for our potato. And we know, because we've done it before, if we cut off a little piece of this and we fold this in half, we have eyeballs, right? We can make two. Now here's what I want you to do a little different today. So let's pay attention here, because this might be a little tricky, and if you need some help, I'm sure that there is a parent there. I'm going to put this pink down here so you can see it. What we're going to do is where we are folded, right? When we have our paper folded in half, okay? That line that you made where the fold is, okay? You see the two are attached? I want you to make a circle shape, but look at what I did here. I did not go all the way through. I keep it connected. So we're making a big C shape that's going to stop on each side. And we're going to cut that. This is kind of like how you make hearts. If you've ever made a heart before, you kind of do the same sort of thing. We're going to just do that right here. Okay? And then watch what happens if we take our magic pencil today and tap it. Instead of duplicating, what we've made is this thing right here. Now, right now it doesn't look like much other than just a shape, right? But watch what happens as soon as we take our marker and we put two ovals in it and color those in. Now all of a sudden, does our project now have a little bit of an eyeball effect to it, right? Can totally look like eyeballs, which is very, very cool, right? Now here is the cool part. We can add, let's say that you want to have some really cool eyebrows on yours, or some eyelashes. Maybe you're a girl and you want like some eyelashes. You want to put some eyelashes on your character. That's great. That's cool. I think it's awesome. So we're just going to scribble some, I'm going to scribble just some pink on here, and I'm going to scribble some red just to give me a little bit of different texture. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these out. And I'm just going to cut some little tiny strips off here. Now remember, I'm making some eyelashes for mine. Okay? Let's do 6. Now, all I do is I flip over the eyeballs. So the back side now, right? And I have these little strips. And see how I have the color on one side? I'm going to flip those over. And all I'm going to do is just lay them on the back side. Just one by one. Right on the back there. Nice and easy. Just very, very simple. And what we're going to do is take some tape. And you might need like some help from a parent right here to just make it a little bit easier for you. But just take a little tiny piece of tape and stick it right over all 3 of those. So now they're attached. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Boom. And again, they don't have to be perfect, guys. They just can be on there. Doesn't matter if it's perfect, imperfect, or whatever. It's perfect because you made it. That's what it all is all about. We're just making some stuff, right? And ta-da. Now look at this. If I flip it over, now check out those eyebrows, or eyelashes, not eyebrows. Those are kind of fun, right? Now, this is where we have our toothpick comes into play. And if you don't have a toothpick handy with you right now, you don't need it right now, you can always do this afterwards. I'm just showing you guys how to finish it so that way you can continue to do it once we're done with the show. But you don't need to run and get that right now. So if you don't have it right now, no big deal. Just watch what I'm doing. I'm going to break these toothpicks in half. So now I have 2 pieces, okay? And again, I'm going to flip it over, and I want to tape that toothpick to the back. Maybe an easy way to do it is to attach the tape there, and then just tape it to it, right? Very similar to when we made the puppets. Now we have it attached, and then I'm just going to use this and stick it right inside the potato. That's funny. So now we have this look, right? Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool, right? Now I got my potato here, right? I'm going to set that toothpick aside because we're going to need it later. And let's say that you want to accessorize your potato a little more. Like, I know that we got a lot of unicorn fans out there. I know I'm a unicorn fan. Let's say that we want to put like a horn on this, right? So remember those like colors that we made earlier? We're just going to cut a piece of that off. And we're just going to cut a triangle out of that. Right? Just like so. Triangle, boom, right? If we put our lines on there, now our triangle becomes a unicorn horn, right? See it? Now, if I take my stick, my toothpick there, and I do the same thing that I just did on the back of the eyeballs, and I stick that little tiny piece on the back of that toothpick and put it on top there and push it in place. Now my horn is attached too, and I can put that right on top as well. And you can adjust it just like that. Look at that. This is a kind of cool way, just so you guys know, like this is called 3D illustration. Look at, I pulled it off. So let's say that happens to you, right? You get a toothpick in and it pulls off. Just pull the toothpick out. Can you hear them mowing? You pull the toothpick out, and I'm just going to reattach it. No big deal. No reason to get upset or anything like that. It happens. And I attach this again, okay? Now that I have this, so this is called 3D illustration, okay? And what 3D illustration is it's like, can you see that if I look up here, you can see that they're different, but if this way, it still has that cool effect, like it's a layered thing. That's what we're talking about. Now, why are we doing this potato today? If we want to be aware of our feelings, what we definitely need to do is we need to have different types of mouths, right? And this is where we're going to use some other colors. So we can just make some scribble lines of different ones. It doesn't really matter how they want to be. If you want, you could think about like the colors that you would think about. Think about the different types of feelings that you would feel. You know, some days they're sad, some days angry, some days you can be frustrated, disappointed. You can make those colors any kind of way that you want, right? So I'm just going to do a couple for you. You guys, there's so many that you can do. You can add any of the ones that you want to after. I'm going to do a smile and kind of like a little frowny face. And then I'm going to do like a kind of like a shocked face, which would be like that little bean. So a smile, like a frowny face, like a bean shape, which could be like a happy or a sad face, right? And then I'm going to do one upside down as well. So I have those different ones. And I'm going to cut those out. And again, guys, if this is too fast, don't worry. It's going to post and you can go back and check it all out, and it'll be a lot easier for you to follow along. And don't get stressed out if you don't have all the stuff to do it right now, because it's not a big deal. like I said, you're going to be building this thing a little bit later anyway, after the show's over, and you can go back and really customize the potato. I'm gonna put like a little shirt on mine, and have some really fun with it. So I'm just cutting these out really quick for you guys so you can see what we're doing. But again, just make a list of the different kind of feelings that you feel like lately, the things that you've been feeling lately. Sit down and get aware of the things that you've been feeling and write those down, and then just make some face shapes. Like, even if you've got to go stand in front of a mirror and look and say, I'm mad. Like, what does my face look like when I'm mad? What does my mouth do? All those things like that. Then you create these, okay? Now, what I would like for you to do is take this stuff, and we can take a toothpick, right? And we can break it into smaller if we want, okay? I'm going to use this one because it's a nice pretty color, right? And I'm going to tape that to the back there. Now here's why a potato works well, or any other sort of thing, is because it's got a curve to it. That's why, like I was saying, like something like a banana, or I'm sorry, like an orange or an apple works well, because it's got a curve. So we can kind of like hide our toothpick a lot easier. So if I, instead of sticking it in straight like this, if I kind of stick it in at a little bit of an angle, now I can see it, right, when I look at it, right? Even if you gotta adjust it a little bit, you can totally adjust it, but you can stick it, so you're kind of sticking it at an angle, right? So instead of straight down, what I'm doing, if you see, is I am sticking it in there like it's up and down, right? And you can kind of see now, there's a little face there, right? So let's say that you're feeling one way, like today I am feeling happy, and you got your happy face is there, and it's there, and I'm feeling happy, and it looks like you're feeling happy, right? That's how we do it. So what I would like for you guys to do, here's my exercise for you to try, all right? And let's say, I did say that I want to put a shirt on there, so let me show you what I mean by putting a shirt on, just so we can have some fun with it. Real quick, I'm going to do it super fast. I'm going to use this pink right here because I got it. I'm just going to scribble something just to have it. Again, who cares what it looks like? It doesn't matter. We're just making some scribble marks. I'm just giving you some ideas if you guys really want to like color up your character even more. Cut that strip down. Cut that scribble section out. And just make, I think that's a little too wide, yeah. So I'm gonna cut a little bit more. Again, it doesn't matter where it's at. If you want, you can put a little V in there, and check out the little V, kind of becomes like the shirt, right? And then I'm just gonna wrap it around my potato, or your orange, or whatever you're using, and just tape it. This is where you probably need a parent or somebody to help you. Just put a piece of tape right there, and it holds it in place. And then you can actually like put, if you want, like extra toothpicks on there, on each side of it, and it's like hands, right? And put one more hand right there. Okay. So now we got, that's kind of funny. This little potato guy, right? With our feeling on here. Now, to kind of finish it off, here's what I want you guys to do. Because this is an exercise we talked about in awareness, is being aware of things that are going on. What I would like for you to do, if your mom or dad are cool with it, so make sure that you ask your parents if this is okay, is that in front of your potato, all I would like for you to do is to have a piece of paper. And you can fold it in half, like so, okay? And I would like for you just to write something on here for me. Then you can get mom or dad to help you, your parent. I want you to just write, today I am feeling. And just put a line under it. So today I am feeling. And when you become aware of how you're feeling, all I want you to do is, let's say each morning when you after you eat breakfast, or maybe after you watch a show, or maybe after you hang out like playing some games, or you FaceTime somebody or something, whenever you can think about it, whenever your awareness is there that you're feeling a certain way, I just want you to come over to this piece of paper and just write down what you're feeling. Maybe it's, I'm feeling happy. And you can, even if you want, make a little quick what your face looks like, right? And then you could say, I'm feeling sad. And then you make that face. But keep track of the different ways that you're feeling. Maybe do this for a couple days, just to kind of see. And then what we can do is you can go back and look at this and sit down with your parent and talk about the different things that you felt. And you will be able to see that as you become aware, you'll start to notice how you feel more. And when you start to realize that, man, I really see that I'm happy quite a bit. So that helps, because if you're feeling sad a lot, you can say, well, no, I did an experiment with my potato, my feeling potato, and I was able to see that I'm happy a lot. And you can understand, and you can start to be aware of these different parts of how you're feeling, and it's a great way to help you through something that could be kind of scary. So this is what mine looks like. I think he's kind of funny. I'm going to do a couple more things to it, and I'll take a photo and post it into the comments for you guys. Kind of cool, right? That was fun. So that was another one that was completely new to me, and I just decided I'd give it a shot and see how it went, and that was pretty cool. So I would like to catch up with everybody here. Let's see, who else we got? We got Lucy and Theo. What's going on? Good to see you guys. Thanks for checking in. And Ava is in the house. She said, oh, that's right. Ava said that she likes the feeling potato because she can hug it when she feels bad. That is absolutely true. That is part of what's kind of cool of having something to hold, right? You can do different things with it. You can do the same thing with like a stuffed animal and stuff like that as well, just so you guys know. Miles and Olive, what is going on? Good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. So, and we have more. So, oh, thank you. I appreciate, Sarah, you passing it on. And again, guys, just a quick reminder, if you could just please share this stuff with others, put it in your PTO groups, put it on your blogs, put it in other different groups and stuff like that. I know there are a lot of kids out there that are just looking for some stuff. I think that we do things a little bit different here, where we really want to focus on like helping kids understand their emotions, who they are, educate themselves on like how to be aware of who they are and what they're going through, all those things like that. So kids, if you're listening on headphones, just when you get off there, hey, be like, hey, mom, dad, I need you guys to like share this with some people because I think it's really cool. So just do me that favor. And don't forget to go over to there and sign up for these giveaways. If you like the win stuff, this is the place to go, right? They're giving away 15 copies of this book, and you can definitely find a way to win over there. And don't forget to check out Dice Doodles. That's something I've been uploading on YouTube, and I think the videos are also here. Super short, quick videos that you can do a lot of stuff, and there are tons of videos on YouTube that you could follow if you want to draw other stuff. We have a hot dog. I have a chicken nugget. We got a cat donut. We got all kinds of stuff on there that you guys can check out. So today's wonder work is simple. I want you to post whatever you made today, right? I want you to post in, did you do a potato? Did you do an orange? Did you do an onion? What was it that you made? What did you figure out about it? Maybe give us a quick little message to tell us, like, what did you learn about it? Was it helpful? I hope so. And remember, our wonder word today is awareness, right? We're talking about when we're feeling something, we're aware of it, that we know something is happening inside, and we become aware of it, and we're able to help ourselves. We learn how to be kind to ourselves through helping ourselves. Tomorrow's supplies are simple. Just marker, paper, maybe some tape. Who knows? We're going to have some fun and just make something tomorrow. Saturdays, I really like to just kind of just do something. I don't have a plan. I just like to just create on the fly, right? And that's what's kind of fun about being creative, is you can do that kind of stuff, is you can just create anything that you want because there are no rules when it comes to creativity. Now, make sure that you go to the website, wondervillestudios.com, download all those PDFs. They are free. I don't want anything from you for it. Just download them, have fun with them, share it with your friends, and as always, you can find all those books, there as well, and on Amazon. Any support that you help us with is greatly appreciated. I think you guys are so awesome. And just remember, guys, the key to happiness is embracing your unicorniness. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for the nice messages. The key to happiness is embracing your unicorniness. Just because you can't get out today and just run around and do all that stuff like that with all your friends doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to sprinkle magic on somebody else's day. You can always make a note, drop it in the mailbox. You can put a nice chalk drawing outside of a friend's house. Just something that you can always find ways to sprinkle a little bit of your magic on somebody else's day just by being you, and you are awesome. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.